Adventures of What the
Today I am doing my first full-length movie. Wish me luck, or rather, don't, because if you're seeing this, I managed to do the screw it.
The Groove Tube is a 1974 sketch comedy movie directed and mostly starring the late former child star Ken Shapiro, who only has one other directing credit to his name, mostly because he didn't like Hollywood. Though Shapiro didn't really go anywhere after this, it did start the film careers for up-and-coming stars Chevy Chase and Richard Belzer.
How does the movie that started the film careers of these former SNL stars fare today? Let's find out. Peaceful.
A little monkey baby,
And yes, they're supposed to be monkeys.
runs to their mother for a bath and a meal. The other quote-unquote monkeys are playing solitaire, napping, or playing slaps, when all notice something and start to travel the land. What is calling them? A monolith that will control them like in 2001 Space Odyssey? Nope, just a TV. But like in Space Odyssey, they touch it, and when the stage guy powers up the generator, it makes them go bananas.
Speaking of going bananas, you want to see something cute?
Are you filming?
Yep.
Anywho, it zooms into the screen and we get our intro. Remember the days when you can smoke in front of your kids before asthma and cancer? As all the simians are resting, one drops a bone on a piece of tree, which gets the attention of the others, and soon almost everyone has an instrument, and mommy and baby are shaking their junk. The ape rubbing the two sticks together discovers fire. They add more wood and have a grand old time in front of the New Mexican landscape. On to the next scene. A hitchhiker is thumbing for a ride and can't seem to catch a break.
Hush now, child, and don't cry.
It's like Curtis Mayfield is talking to him.
Just move on, though you may find from time to time complication.
Mayfield must be God because what he is saying pays off and someone stops. A beautiful hippie chick driving a bug.
My mom had a VW bug like that. Wait a minute!
Nah, it's not her, so the two go off and get to know each other while she drives. They pull off where they pulled off dozens of times in previous takes, and run into the forest. She begins to strip completely naked, so does he, and I can't show you it, but they both got that 70s bush going on.
Many people don't like pubes. I am not one of those people. It's not gonna make or break our relationship.
Anyways, they run stark and free as he visions them making love when, oh noes!
Boy, that escalated quickly.
And now begins the sketches. And I'm gonna warn you, at first, it's gonna seem like you got the wrong movie. It's a clown!
Gacy here is named Coco, and he sings a song to make the kids happy.
Sing a little melody and sing it every day.
No, this is the Groove Tube. Give it time. I promise it will show its true colors.
Coco feels exhausted after the workout he just had.
You know what I need for quick energy, don't you, boys and girls? That's right. I need my milk.
He brings out the magic monkey who tells Pennywise it's make-believe time.
Oh, and you know what that means? All of the big people in the room have to leave. That's right, they can't take part in make-believe time. So if you're over 10 years old, we want you to leave the room so that the little people can take part in make-believe time.
I wonder why he makes the parents leave.
Okay, play the music, Mr. Music Man. There it is now. Okay, are all the little people leaving the room? Okay, that's the end of the music. Are all the little people here for make-believe time? Okay.
Make-believe time is this clown reading porno to children.
Now I have a request here from Dickie Ulanette of Fort Wayne.
And to make matters worse,
Shows you how old this thing is. There's no filter on that cigarette.
He reads a page out of Fanny Hill.
I lay down then upon the couch, and Charles finished undressing himself. I yielded up the last vestiges of resistance, giving myself entirely to the rapturous rhythm which carried us all too quickly over love's crest and left us exhausted and joyous upon the shore.
And if you think that's good, wait till you hear what he's doing next.
Page 43 of Philosophy in the Bedroom by Marquis de Sade.
Oh my.
Unfortunately, they don't have enough time today, but he does have an announcement for the kiddies.
It seems a boy from Newton let his parents stay in the room during make-believe time, or at least it was his mother, because she called the station, and it's a good thing the management doesn't watch the show because they thought it was a crank call. Really, it's very important that you make sure the big people leave the room during make-believe time, because if you don't do that, the management will catch on to what we're doing.
Imagine trying to do this now with everyone recording shit and posting it online. Management would catch on real quick.
He plays the music again to let the parents in and ends the show.
Well, boys and girls, it looks like that's the end of our show. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again tomorrow.
I promise you, the rest of the skits will not be misleading.
Like this ad for toothpaste with mouthwash in it. Ew! It also has an ad explaining why Barbie and Ken never had kids. Smooth between the legs. The next skit is the Cramped TV Kitchen. A skit that has so many things to cover, even the person making it is frustrated.
Now roll the apple in a half-and-half mixture of sifted flour and breadcrumbs and set aside.
What?!
We move on to one of the worst combos you could have in this meal.
Pit a half-dozen black olives and a half-dozen Bing cherries.
Okay.
And now, here is our finished 4th of July heritage loaf, which we prepared last night in our cramped TV kitchen, and is now ready for the table.
It's a brick!
She spreads shaving cream, it's meant to be whipped cream substitute, in the middle, and decorates with a mini flag.
You'll smile with pride as your family enjoys Cramp's 4th of July heritage loaf.
They don't break their teeth. Hey, Babbage, try making this.
And no, your eyes do not deceive you. That is former SNL star and current heart attack waiting to happen, Chevy Chase. This ad, of course, being for a vitamin supplement.
Wife, I think I'll keep her. Good evening.
Ooh, this looks serious.
Our topic for tonight's discussion is the free world economy. Where is it going?
I'm listening.
So these guys are talking about the economy and how our money will be affected. However, while these guys are talking, they start eating the on-set catering to show how filthy rich these bastards are.
I don't want to make a pig of myself. I can't understand why this is so dry.
That makes me hungry.
Oh, my parents told me about the old Yellow Pages ads.
Oh God, I should probably check the rules. Hey Google, what's YouTube's stance on showing fingers doing it? What do you mean you don't know?
Whatever, I can still probably show it if I censor it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right here. I have to review this part sparingly because this skit is 18 minutes and 47 seconds. Yes, I timed it. It's funny and all, but it's long. And if I reviewed it how I reviewed everything else, we'd be here all day.
The Dealers in Wasted sketch stars Ken Shapiro as Boss and Richard Belzer as Rodriguez. The two are drug dealers that go through psychological torture due to paranoia from quote-unquote weed.
We get chased by stuff. We eat the grass. We put the grass in toilets. We get ripped off.
Now, I did this because I wanted to point out some of the flaws with the film. Some of the scenes tend to go on a little too long. Like, here's the bathroom scene.
Take off your pants. I'll keep an eye on him. He's coming. Please. Hurry up. Please, man. All right, just stay down.
And what's worse is the movie theater scene because you have too much to focus on. Overall, it does have a lot of funny parts, but I feel it could have been shorter.
Anyways, back to the movie.
Oh boy, beer! And yes, this leads to a bar fight. 'Cause why wouldn't it?
Oh no! Dead rabbits! Don't look, puddles!
It builds up a big brutal thirst, and that's why we brood butts for when you're...
Alcohol truly does bring out the best in people, doesn't it?
When you're out of butts, you're out of nuts. Direct from our newsroom in New York, it's the Channel 1 Evening News with Robert Elgin.
I'd still probably learn more from this than any cable news.
Enemy sappers attacked Allied supply bases in Long Wang earlier today. Casualties were reported high in the Gulf of Khaki and in nearby Fuck You, where enemy helicopters were downed by rock-throwing peasant women.
Very informative.
Like the dealer skit, there's just too much going on between the reporter saying things and the shit going on in the background. Both are funny, but they both can't be appreciated because they're going on at the same time. But luckily, the next part makes up for that. They have a report on a Russian space calamity in which they use radar men from the moon, as seen on Mystery Science Theater years later.
And when this film did it, it wasn't even public domain.
Anyways, here's an ad you're not sure what they're trying to sell you. What is going on? Seriously, what is going on? What are you trying to tell me?
In how many ways can one make the world a little bit better? At Uranus, we're just beginning to find out.
Uranus, eh? No wonder they changed it in the future.
What's it called now? Your rectum.
Anyways, they talk about an unnamed president, and to be honest, this has to be the best impersonation of Donald Trump as president.
I'm in the driver's seat. I run the show. I'm the fucking president.
And what's even weirder is they predicted how people would respond.
Thousands of starving people, and she herself, as you can see, look at this, she's not starving. This takes imagination. This takes
Oh, and quite possibly the best product ever.
5 years ago, a team of scientists working at Uranus discovered a unique polyester.
I bet they did.
It had the rare combination of properties which would make it suitable for reaming, sheeting, molding, and cutting.
You don't say.
It had the strength of steel, the flexibility of rubber, and the nutritional value of beef stew.
But what does it taste like?
This revolutionary substance, developed at Uranus, is Brown 25.
Wowza.
The variety of products which can be made from this new material is unlimited. Brown 25 does the job, and does it for less.
Brownie batter.
Brown 25, another fine product from Uranus.
Excuse me. Didn't wash my hands. Nah, the hell with it.
At Uranus, things come out a little differently.
Now that you mention it, it was purple.
This next segment is on prostitution in the city, and the same reporter, only with the dealer's mustache, interviews a hooker.
Oh, it was a different time. A time where hookers were man enough to pimp themselves.
How much of that $20 do you get to keep?
Every damn penny, Slick. There's nobody behind me but my sweet hot chocolate buns.
Yeah, she'll rip your dick off with the butt cheeks.
And that's the way it is, was, and will be. Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow. No matter what the news may be, this time or any time, have a good time all the time.
For the love of fuck, Family Guy is saying this is going on too long.
I had to edit some of that out. Here's another instance where jokes go on too long.
Thank God, something else.
And it's a wasteland. I'm looking at a polluted river. Never thought I'd be happy to see that.
The Mahopac River. Children played on its banks. Striped bass and more than 30 other species of fish streaked through its crystal waters. The Mahopac is a river of another kind.
Yeah, it's a shithole.
The Uranus Corporation, with its main processing plants located on the banks of the Great Mahopac, understands its responsibility in this great waste of our land's natural beauty and resources.
And what are you pathetic slobs going to do about it?
3 years ago, the Uranus Corporation hired 30 men, and $1 million later, they came up with this new advertising campaign.
Yeah, they didn't even say they're sorry. So what's next on our schedule?
Oh yes, sports. Wouldn't be complete without sports. Love the stock footage of all the people killing themselves mixing sports. All these people are dead, you know.
They're getting nude.
Found it's very decisive. Now it's open-handed and the tempo is really...
What? They're censoring the sex scene?
Now STEM, continuing with heavy probing, assumes a half-articulated crouch.
They're censoring the sex scene. Well, that's good for me. I'll just sit here and play the audio and relax.
He moves to the left, to the right, and now down in a vertical drop to the center torso.
Yes, Bob, now Christy.
And right here, I must make mention of the crew and facilities provided by KTVD here for their great work.
Bob, they're now...
Let's move on. Yep, nonsense coming out of a politician's mouth. Just like in real life. If you look carefully, the quote-unquote lyrics actually match the lip movement. Whoever thought of this was either a genius or on psilocybin.
I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I overlooked before.
Oh, man, it's you.
Thank you.
Ken Shapiro got to do what we only wish we could do to Chevy Chase.
And now, a message from your Department of Health.
Oh, cool! PSA!
Hello, my name is Safety Sam, and I'm here to spread the word about a health problem of great importance to us all.
That's a dick!
This is quite possibly the best scene in the whole fucking film. A fucking talking penis puppet that teaches the dangers of STDs. He does have some good information, though.
Venereal diseases, syphilis and gonorrhea, are diseases transmitted only through intimate physical contact. If spotted in time, a doctor can cure you of a venereal disease infection.
Only it's 2021, the virus keeps mutating, and they're running out of cures. So always use a condom or a safe partner. And remember...
a bird in the hand is better than one in the bush. Thank you.
And now, a moment of silence. Thank you. Now back to the fun!
Just you, just me.
Nowadays, he'd be maced and labeled a sexual predator. But this police impersonator doesn't seem to mind and goes along with the dance. Imagine trying to cross the streets of New York like that now.
And here's how it all ends. That about sums it up. Also, can you imagine how dirty that water is?
This is one of my all-time favorite movies. Sure, it has its flaws, but what movie doesn't? I feel this is probably one of the most underrated comedies in cinema history. You never hear this movie get mentioned in the funniest movies of the 70s. All-time, I can understand not being there, but at least the 70s. It made back its $200,000 budget and then some. That's got to account for something. I mean, you know it's got to be a good film when even this guy thinks it's funny.
What do you think of sketch movies like The Groove Tube? The Groove Tube is very fucking funny.
And now, I'm off to go put on some Curtis Mayfield and smoke a bone. Literally.